I'm going to juice this kale, and I'm going to try and do it every day so that I can gain strength and be as strong as I possibly can. Plus, you see all the kale that I have there and all the other vegetables that are coming in, I need to consume. Hello. Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's so good to be here with you today. I hope that all is well with you. And today I am going to take some kale from the garden to create a smoothie. And from it, we're going to just drink it down and enjoy it. And hopefully it will add nutrients and vitamins to my body. And they say that eating fresh vegetables, eating fresh foods from the garden is what we need to be doing. We need to be eating real food. So what I've decided to do is to take my own real food that I've grown in the garden. Come on with me as we go through the process of preparing the smoothie with my Nutribullet. That's right, I have a Nutribullet, and we're going to use that to create a nice, delicious drink, a nutritious drink, using my real food from my garden. That's right, my kale that I planted in the front garden. So come with me through the process. Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. Well, I just went out and picked some kale from my garden that's growing so tall and luscious, and I decided that I need to drink this and make it into what is called a Nutribullet. That's what I call it, a Nutribullet, with my Nutribullet machine here. It's a smoothie. Most easiest to eat this fresh kale as a smoothie or in a drink. And it's important for us to eat nutrient-dense food. And the Nutribullet, what it would do is help me to consume as much of it as possible as a drink, and to consume it quickly, because within the first 10 minutes of picking the kale, it loses its nutritional value. It's best to eat it raw and eat it fresh as soon as you pick it, to cook it or eat it. But eating it raw is the best way. The importance of eating nutrient-dense food is that it will help to strengthen our bodies, and the chlorophyll that's in the leaves of the kale, we will be able to consume it, and it will give us that extra boost to our cells. In our busy world, we often don't take the time to eat healthfully or properly chew what we eat. These tendencies make extra work for our digestive system as it attempts to extract nutrients from poorly chewed and nutritionally void food. And you know that we eat a lot of that. If you're eating burgers and fries and all of that, then you're not really getting in the nutrients. And even if you're eating a salad, the problem with that is that you have to chew it. And if you're not chewing it well, or you're eating too fast, then you're going to be losing a lot of those nutrients that they're going to go out and not really go to the important parts of our body. But we want it to go to where it needs to go. And so when our body fails to absorb these nutrients day after day, week after week, we become weaker and more vulnerable to sickness and chronic diseases. And so now is the time to really gain that health that we need during the summertime, when our fruits and vegetables are fresh. And especially if you grow your own vegetables, now's the time to consume them. The most reliable way to ensure our bodies get the nourishment they need is through nutrition extraction. And that's what the Nutribullet says. I don't know if they're telling the truth, but it makes sense that if you are able then to extract the most important parts and to break it down through the Nutribullet, then it makes it easier for your body to digest the foods. I'm going to juice this kale. And I'm going to try and do it every day so that I can gain strength and be as strong as I possibly can. Plus, you see all the kale that I have there and all the other vegetables that are coming in. I need to consume them because I have so much, and there's only so much that you can cook and eat. And this is the best way to be able to consume all of this raw. So I can make tomato juice, I can make a vegetable drink, and I can make my own natural drinks and consume them. So let me get busy. I'm going to wash these leaves thoroughly in cold water. I'm washing the leaves off thoroughly in cold water first, and then I'm going to take away the strip the leaves. What I'm going to do is strip the leaves and then kind of dice them or tear them up. It doesn't have to be perfect because of the fact that it's going into the Nutribullet. But the idea is to wash the leaves completely. So what I've done is I've cut up some cantaloupe and I put them in the Nutribullet container, and I'm going to dice up this kale, and I'm going to also put in some basil. For some reason I just love the flavor and the taste of basil. I'm going to add it with the cantaloupe, and the cantaloupe will add sweetness. I'm also going to add a banana into the mix just to give it a little bit more thickness and flavor. And what I did actually was that I froze some banana and also some cantaloupe in advance, and I'm going to just add that to the mixture, and it'll act like ice along with water in this, and then drink it down. And the thing is that in the first 10 minutes of picking these leaves, that's where all of the nutrients are. And then after that, it starts to deteriorate, and it loses its quality. The leaves and the vitamins lose their quality. And so when we take the time to plant and grow our own food, we're actually helping our bodies to thrive and to be more healthy, and especially when we eat what we've picked right away. And that's something that I want to start doing, because right now I'm gaining in the harvest. As you could see here, I have my tomatoes and peppers and baby tomatoes, and also all of these summer squash and eggplant and tons of peppers and so forth, and I really need to start to eat them. Actually, today we ate some of the squash. My husband cut up the squash before I could take a picture of it. But we had some of the butternut squash, our first butternut squash for the season. So that's what I want to do for the rest of this month and into September, is just really eat and drink and take in as much as possible the nutrients from the ground and build up my body and my strength. So I'm going to continue to do this, and then I will get back to you. I'm also adding some banana that I froze in the freezer, and that will act as the ice for this drink. So let's look at the layer here. I have banana, then I have the kale, and I also froze some more of the cantaloupe cubes here to add to this afterwards, especially if the drink is not cold enough. All right, so let's put this together and start running this. All right, so here it is. Here's the cantaloupe, the kale, and the bananas at the bottom, and it's with my Nutribullet. I'm gonna plug it in. take it out now. When the Nutribullet is finished and completed, it's a little frothy like this, and I don't necessarily like it frothy. I really like that consistency. So let's pour it and see. That's what it looks like. So here is my finished product, and it's my banana cantaloupe kale smoothie, and this is the consistency. I did remove a lot of the froth because it was very foamy for some reason, and I also added some cold cucumber that I had anyway, this is it, and I'm going to drink it. I did drink the smoothie. However, I must have hit the wrong button. But here is the empty glass. Yes, the empty glass. I did finish it. It was delicious. Well, if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Are you able to make smoothies too? What are you doing with all of your vegetables and your harvest? How are you getting through them? There's just so much, such an abundance. And how are you consuming them? Are you eating them right away? How are you doing that? Are you creating smoothies and soups and stews? And what are you doing? How are you harvesting them and then preparing them? Share down below. Yeah, comment down below. And come on back to Catherine's Garden. See you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.